Some mornings feel important while you're living them. This one didn't. I fed the dog while Serenity moved around my kitchen like she had been born there. She knew where I kept everything: the mugs, the coffee, the extra key I swore I never gave her. That was how close we were. College roommates turned business partners, living under one roof and building the kind of future people like to call impossible. By the time we walked outside, we were laughing about the meeting ahead. The app was ready, the investors were waiting, and I trusted Serenity with everything. That was my first mistake. Serenity stayed on the phone while she packed, giving me half answers and avoiding my eyes. She said her boyfriend needed her and promised she would be back in a few days. Then she rolled that suitcase toward the front door like leaving had already been decided. I stood in the foyer and watched her go. I should have asked where she was really going, but I needed the alone time, so I didn't bother. Nia, what are you doing? Can you meet me at the beach?
Okay, start from the beginning. What did she actually say?
That her boyfriend needed her and she'd be gone a few days.
And you don't believe her? Maybe something came up.
By the time I got home, I had almost convinced myself Nia was wrong. I opened our shared drive, expecting to find nothing. A few late-night edits, maybe a file Serenity forgot to mention. Instead, I found 3 folders she had downloaded after midnight. That wasn't strange by itself. Serenity worked late all the time. But she never renamed files, not unless she was sending them somewhere. I checked the calendar next. There was a meeting marked private, scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. No address, no details, just 3 initials I didn't recognize. Then I noticed my name was missing from the invitation. Nia, you were right. She had this planned. Girl, I'm on my way over. It might be nothing, but the more I looked, the less it made sense. Different names, strange dates, and every answer led to something else.
Then save everything. Don't confront anyone until we know exactly what this is.
I couldn't sleep, so I went to Mike. He worked in IT, and if Serenity was hiding something online, he'd know where to look.
Kat, this doesn't look random. It looks like somebody knew exactly what they were trying to hide. She has messages with your name on it, your account numbers, login screenshots, recovery information, all of it. Looks like she's been trying to move your app under a shell name, make it look like it belongs to somebody else.
So she really thought she was about to take everything.
We can stop it. I can shut the whole thing down now.
But then she'll know we found out.
Exactly. And if she gets suspicious, she could delete everything before we figure out who else is involved.
So what do we do?
We let her think she's still winning. I was furious. But on top of that, I had to play coy with Serenity, act like I didn't know she'd been stealing from me. We were supposed to attend dinner with the investors tomorrow night, so I had to pull myself together. At dinner, Serenity kept answering questions meant for both of us. Then she slipped away toward the terrace without a word. I waited long enough not to look suspicious, and followed her.
You've been quiet all night.
I'm just paying attention now. Don't worry, I'll let you know when I get to the bottom of how I'm feeling.
Josh from Apex called this morning. He wants one of us to be the face of the app.
One of us?
He thinks the brand needs a clear voice before the next meeting.
And you already told him which one?
We haven't discussed that yet.
I held my gaze, already knowing Serenity was lying. Excuse me? Yeah, run it again. It shouldn't be locked. Hi, can you please tell me why my card keeps declining?
Hi, Miss Jordan. Your card is declining because it is overdrawn. There is a negative balance on the account.
What? Mike, my card just declined. I checked the app, every account is negative. Please tell me you can figure out what happened.
You know this was Serenity. If you're down, we can get your money back and take even more. But you can't go home yet. We need to stay low for a minute.
I'm down. I'm ready to get all my shit back. Tell me what you need me to do.
I found the location. Call your girl Nia and tell her to check out the spot before we go over there.
Nia, I'm sending you an address. I need you to watch this location and let us know if you see Serenity.
Kat, I'm here. Serenity just went inside with some tall white dude. I'm gonna sit back for a minute and see who else comes through.
You connected to the Wi-Fi? Okay. And you have access to the security system? They left? Nia's in. She has access to the security system, and they're gone.
Nia being in gets us through the first door. After that, we move quiet. Nobody gets nervous. Nobody switches up. And we damn sure don't get greedy. We came too far to get sloppy now.
Nia confirmed the house was clear, but Mike wasn't leaving anything to chance. Front door was too exposed, so we kept our heads down and headed for the garage. Once we got inside, there was no turning around. 7 million hit the screen and Mike didn't even flinch. That's when I knew he was really built for this. I stayed over his shoulder watching every move because getting the money was one thing. Walking out with it, that was the part that mattered.
Christoph dropped me at the airport himself. I was headed to Miami for a few days with my girls, and for once, I wasn't thinking about Kat, the app, or any of the mess I'd left back home. Christoph had been good to me, maybe a little too good. But that afternoon, when he pulled up to departures, I had no reason to believe anything between us was about to change. Suni and Raina knew Kataleya and I had fallen out. They knew I walked away with the business too. What they didn't know was how messy things had really gotten, and I definitely wasn't about to ruin Miami explaining it. So I kept it cute, ordered another round, and let them know I was still winning.
First thing, you not staying at your house by yourself right now. I'm not saying pack your whole life up, but Serenity knows where you live, she knows your routine, and we still don't know who else she got mixed up in this. Second, nobody contacts her. Let her think everything went exactly how she planned it. The accounts are locked down, the money's back, and she doesn't know either one yet. When she figures it out, that's when she's going to show us something. She might run. She might call somebody. She might try to move whatever she has left. But we don't chase her. We let her panic.
By the time I met back up with Suni and Raina, I had a million questions and not one answer. I made a few quiet calls, trying to figure out who touched that account without letting either of them know anything was wrong. $7 million was missing. Christoph was breathing down my neck. And somehow I still had to look like Serenity had everything under control. That feeling didn't last long, because when Christoph's name popped up on my phone, I expected business as usual. Instead, I got a threat. I read that message twice, trying to figure out what the hell he was talking about. As far as I knew, everything was exactly where I left it.
I hated leaving my house, but Mike wasn't taking any chances. Serenity knew where I lived, and after everything she pulled, none of us knew who she might send looking for me. So we packed what we needed, disappeared somewhere nobody knew about, and let Mike keep eyes on her from a distance. For once, I wasn't chasing Serenity. I was waiting to see what she did next.
Breaking news. Miami Beach police are investigating a violent incident at the Setai after a woman staying at the hotel disappeared overnight. Sources say the room showed signs of a struggle, but authorities have not confirmed whether anyone was killed. The room was registered to California entrepreneur Serenity Camden.
Nah, Serenity too calculated for this to be that simple. If she's alive, somebody helped her make this look real.
Christoph thinks I stole his $7 million. But somebody got into my accounts before I even knew what was happening. By the time I realized the money was gone, I was already here in Miami with y'all. I told him I didn't touch it, but Christoph doesn't believe in coincidences, especially when $7 million is involved. Now he thinks I took his money and came out here like I could just disappear. And if he gets his hands on me before I figure out who actually did this, I'm done. So I need to disappear for real. Just long enough to find out who set me up.
She's gone. No. This room was staged. She wanted me to think somebody got to her. Find Suni and Raina. Now.
My brother doesn't ask questions. You can stay at his place as long as it takes for us to figure out who actually took the money.